Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mimi Edutains, a perfect mix of education and entertainment. I'm your favorite host, Hamidat Ahmed Ishmael. It's day 13, like we're halfway through this. I'm so excited. It's day 13. I'm so proud of myself. Like we have 12 more days. Oh, the days are going by so fast, like days of December. It's going by so fast. Thank you to everyone who has been tuning in since day 1. You made it to day 13. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I love you all. But do you guys know that? Do you guys really know that God answers prayers? Like, I know this is a very weird way for me to start this. It's not weird, but like it's very random for me to start this episode this way. God really answers prayers, like every form. He sees us. He sees like all our going through. He understands us. I'm not here to preach, but like I'm just here to like share like a brief thing that happened to me today. This episode I was talking about my anthropology today. So final summary everything. I had the anthropology today by 9 a.m. I woke up by 6. I slept around 2, woke up by 6, got to school around 7:30. I used Uber because I wasn't in the mood for the bus hustle, bustling and everything. But yeah, the summary is that this morning, my first prayer of the day, I cried while praying because I knew that I wasn't feeling the exam I was going to write. I cried, like deep cried. I cried, and after like I was done like praying the 2 rakah, I just sat down like on the praying mat for some time, and I'm like, you know what? You need to help me with this exam, because I had like set goals that if I don't get this, I can't like attain this particular grade, and I was so scared that I wouldn't get it. The grades are not yet out, but I can feel it because based on what I did, right? It's different for you to come out from an exam hall and you're unsure of what you did. You don't even know if you passed or if you failed. But this one, I'm kind of certain that certain is the word. I'm kind of satisfied that, no, satisfied is not the word. So I'm kind of certain that I'll do so well, right? So yeah, after like praying and crying and everything, I'm like, I tried, I did my best. Like I've done what I can do with this thing. I just leave the rest to you and let's see how it goes. So yeah, on getting to the exam hall, the first 10 questions I saw, I started laughing, I started smiling. Like, you don't know how happy I was in that hall. Like, I was so happy because like I heard from someone that lecturers like that do repeat like past midterm exams. So what I did was that I made sure I went through like the midterm questions I had. That was what I did like yesterday before I slept, and this morning when I got to school, I just went through like the past midterm questions. Lo and behold, the first 60 questions were from the midterm 1 and midterm 2. You can see how God does his things in like miraculous ways. Like the first 60 questions, is it 60 or 65? Like a number of them were like from the midterm 1 and midterm 2. But another issue that was wrong, how God came through, is that some of us had like the exam booklet that some questions were missing. Like for me, after my question 16, I didn't have like question 17 to question 30 something, and also after question 42, I didn't have 42 to like 60 something. I don't know if you get, but something like that. So apparently I was just left with like 55 questions out of 100 questions. We're supposed to answer 100 questions for 2 hours. So you can just see how God does this thing. Like I was already panicking, like I hope I don't get tired of the questions. I hope the questions are not too difficult. Like I was already getting so worried. Even before the exam, I said to one of my classmates, God, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm scared of this exam. But yeah, God did his thing. Although the lecturer was pissed, I saw his point of view, but nothing can happen. It has happened. He literally is the F word in the whole. Like I got his point of view, but still, like I don't know. So what he did was to just say, answer any 50 questions. Once I heard the first, he was like, we get extra marks, like bonus or something like that. Later, when he now noticed another set of questions were missed for some people, he's like, you know what? Just answer any 50 questions. When I heard that thing, I was like, Baba, I don't know what I'm doing, but I was so happy. I was so happy. But like people who had like the full questions, I feel like they were more lucky because like they could easily just pick like the first 50 questions. That's if they review the old midterm, so they could just like, pick the first questions and get their easy 50%, like, because the exam, instead of it to be like over 100% and divided by 2, this one is just going to be like one question 1%. You get, so you fail one, you miss 1% from like the whole 50%. But I was so grateful, I was so happy. Like, I've never been that happy for like an exam in this university. Like, university life, university everything, university has been showing me shaky pro marks. Please, if it's possible, I want to go back to high school. Not like I'm saying I like, people get what I'm saying. I don't want to go back to high school. Forward ever, backward never. But like, at least high school was still manageable. That's just like the side. I'm already 6 minutes in, like, in this conversation. I haven't even started what I want to talk about. But in summary, like, I would say believe, have faith, have like hope, and just trust God in all you do. But yeah, that's not what we're talking about. Moving on to what we're meant to talk about today. I saw this really relatable saying. It's not a quote, I just saw it on TikTok while scrolling through TikTok today. It goes by, the biggest lesson I've learned this is probably to not give so much of yourself to people who will not do the same for you. I noticed that most of the friendship I was in as of like 2022 / the beginning of 2023, I felt like I was doing too much. I felt like I was the only one pushing it. It felt like I wasn't getting like the same energy back, like the way I loved the person, or the way I cared for the person, or the way like I gave the person so much attention. I felt like the person was not giving me that same energy. That's why not the person, the people, don't let me know. It's not look like I'm coming for somebody, right? So I had to like get myself out of those friendships. So I feel like this kind of things, it should be like a mutual thing. It should not be one-sided. Somebody should not be like only one person. Like, if it might not even be just between 2 people, it might be like 3 to 4 people. Yeah, I don't like the idea that one person is the only one contributing to everything while the others just sit there that it's your duty, you're supposed to do it. It's nobody's duty. I mean, you call yourself friends, you should reciprocate the same energy. So I feel like if you're in that relationship where like you feel you're doing so much, I feel you should take yourself out of it. It's actually toxic. It's not healthy. Like, it's not really healthy, because and I be like the meanest, maybe sometimes rude, sometimes like everybody, we all have our negative sides, right? But I know a lot of people say that once you get to know me, you actually know I'm very friendly, right? So I feel like people now tend to use like my friendly side, like they take advantage of it, because I'm very playful when I know you, when I feel very comfortable with you. So like, I expect you to give me that same energy. I'm not telling you should always play with me. I expect you that, okay, when I'm sharing my fun or excited moments or happy moments here, I expect you to give me that energy, like be happy for me, because if you were the one telling me that, I'll be happy for you, obviously. If I'm trying to share like with you my personal problems, I expect you to respond. I don't expect you to just tell me, okay. I trust you and I know you'd be somebody to give me a good response. That's why I'm telling you in the first place. So don't just tell me, okay. I don't know if you guys are getting my point of view, but I feel like I was in so many relationships that I was giving too much of myself and I wasn't getting that same energy. Like, they weren't doing the same for me. Why am I sharing this? Like, why am I saying it's related? Because like, right now, I can count how many people I call friends. Like, I'm very picky. That leads us to like the friendship podcast episode I've been saying I was going to talk about. I'm very picky when it comes to people, because I have trust issues. I have to study you. I have to know that, okay, this person, we have like some similarities that will make us go well. This person should understand, like, should understand my point of view when I'm trying to explain to him or her, this person. If I should always be there when I'm about to rant or whatever. I'm not just saying, oh, you're my friend because you're making use of me and I'm not benefiting. Do you understand? I'm going to say, oh, you're my friend because we can both share knowledge. We can both help each other. And we can both benefit from each other. Not one person is benefiting from another. Even I've noticed that if I like you so much and you're not giving me the same energy, I'll talk to you. I feel that's another thing. That's like what friendship is about, right? You talk to each other, tell each other the truth. Nobody's. If you're offended if I tell you the truth and I call you my friend, then I don't think you're my friend, or you should go check yourself up. Because like, if I don't tell you, who would tell you? Instead, people would just like laugh at you. Like, do you get? So if you say we're friends and I tell you the truth and you get sad at me and like, not even sad, you get angry at me, then there's something wrong. You should actually go check yourself. So what I'm trying to say is that check yourself, check your relationships, your friendships, whatever you call it. Make sure you're not the one always giving in like so much. If I'm giving 80%, you should be giving, did I just say 80%? If I'm giving like 60%, you should be giving the rest of the 40%. You don't expect me to give like the whole of the 100%, yeah? And in terms of when like maybe the other person does not have the ability to, that one is different. Well, like if the person is capable, if the person can do it, if the person is okay, then there should be a mutual thing. And like another thing is like forcing friendships. I feel like that's one thing I used to do. Like, because I like you, I want you to like me back, and I now expect so much from you. Or like this, I used to do that thing because I've always been a loner. Like, not like I will not be a loner by the grace of God, but like I've always been this person that like I like doing my things alone. Like, not alone, I just like my space. Like, don't come to my space. That's why maybe most of the juniors in my high school used to think like, no, like I know like I'm kind of mean, right? Because they can't just come to my own corner and say they want to take something. Like, no, that can't happen. You can't do that. Like, you just can't. So yeah, let's not like talk about different things all over the place. What I just wanted to share is like this saying that really relates with me, and I'm trying to tell you all that if you feel like you're in this kind of relationship, talk it out. And if the person does not see meaning in what you are saying, then that person is not good for you. That person is not a good person. I'm sorry, and it's the truth. Because like, if I tell you something, you're telling me no, this is not what you do, then you don't see the negative side of yourself as an individual. So like, talk it out, and if you feel like it's not something worth talking about, then just leave the relationship easily. It's not a do or die affair. I'm never going to lie. Or the friendship, whatever it is, just leave it and you'll be fine. Because since I've like gotten rid of those kind of friendships, I've never been happier than ever, because I know that I only talk to these certain people. I'm not like I'm going to social media to like laugh, watch different stuff. I'm not bothering my head. Like, I don't have to think about these people. I don't have to think about that person. It's not like the person was even thinking about, the people were thinking about me that much. So now it feels so good not to like ever think about them or their personal life. So you would figure out that you live a more healthy life, you'll be more happy with yourself, and you'll be more satisfied with everything you are doing, because you don't always have to consider them, because they never considered you. I don't know if you'll get like my point of view. I feel like today's episode is a bit more like a motivational talk. I'm very bad at motivational talks. I don't know if people have noticed me. That's why I'm always like freestyling everything. I don't know how to do motivational anything. Maybe I'll learn one day. But yeah, I'm just going to repeat what the saying says. It's the biggest lesson I've learned this year is probably to not give so much of yourself to people who will not do the same for you. For people who I call my friend and we both know is a mutual thing, thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you for always reciprocating the same energy to me. Thank you. I guess that'll be all for today's episode. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow is day 14? Yeah, tomorrow is day 14. Also, my anatomy exam is on Friday. I can't wait to get that over. But that will be all for today's episode. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. God bless you. Until next time. Bye.